Week 14 of the fantasy basketball season. And here's a few centers I look to buy and trade for this week. The first guy, Anthony Davis. The Los Angeles Lakers, the reports are coming out. There's a possibility he'll return from the foot injury before the All-Star break. And Anthony Davis, he was on a tear for this Laker team this season here, putting up monster numbers like he did in his Pelican days before he went down with the injury. 27.4 points a game, 12 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 1.3 steals, 2.1 blocks, and 59% from the field. So right now he's giving you only 5 or 6 categories nightly and easily here with Anthony Davis. So right now, once he comes back in the lineup, I think he's going to be obviously the vocal point in this offense. We know LeBron James has carried the load over the last month here with Anthony Davis out, but we don't know how much longer LeBron can keep putting that wear and tear on his body, especially at 38 years old, especially in the league about 20 seasons now. He is LeBron James. And Anthony Davis, we know he's an injury-prone player throughout his career, but if you could get him on a discount here with not really a sustained timetable for him to return, this would be the time to do it, because if he comes back and he starts putting up 25, 15 type of ball games, there's no way fantasy owners are going to get him at a good price to buy him. So this will be the week to do it before he comes back sooner than later. Next guy's Isaiah Stewart of the Detroit Pistons. So Stewart last season, a solid fantasy basketball player. And this year, he had the numbers mediocre, 11.7 points a game, 8 rebounds, 1.2 assists, 1.4 threes, which is surprising. He definitely worked on that in the offseason, and 45% from the field here for Isaiah Stewart. In the last couple weeks here, still pretty solid, 12.5 a game, 9.3 rebounds, 1.8 assists, and 44% from the field. But right here, he's not owned in that many fantasy leagues here, surprisingly. Only owned in 58% of leagues here. And a guy that people obviously don't value that much of fantasy basketball. And also, he missed a few games from January 10th to the 13th, but returned the 15th versus the New York Knicks. So the last few games here for Stewart: January 6th at the Spurs, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal in that one, 2 threes, 37% from the field. January 8th versus the Sixers, 20 points, 13 boards, 2 assists, a steal, 46% from the field. Then January 15th versus the Knicks, 6 points, 9 rebounds, an assist, 2 blocks, 50% from the field. So right now, help you in rebounds, so shoot a couple threes a game here is Isaiah Stewart. And the field goal has definitely been down a lot as well from last year to this year, but he's still a guy that can help fantasy owners in a few categories here. And it's a time to go out there and buy him before he's back and putting up numbers like he did last season with a lot of monster ball games. And the third and final center I look to buy this week here is Jabari Smith Jr. of the Houston Rockets. As Smith, he was on the list a few weeks ago, and I know he's going to get better as the season goes on here, is the rookie Smith. So on the season, 12.1 points a game, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1.8 threes, and 39% from the field. And now I know he's banged up, is Jabari Smith. So this is a perfect time to get him as well. Might miss a few games with the ankle injury, but he's definitely a guy that could go out there, score the basketball. We know he's going to have growing pains, but also he could go off at any time as well, is Jabari Smith. January 15th at the Clippers, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, 2 threes, 33% from the field. January 16th at the Lakers, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, a 3, 45% from the field. And January 18th versus the Hornets, 8 points, 5 rebounds, an assist, a block, 42% from the field. So right here, he's a guy that could score the basketball. I know the field goal percentage is going to hurt for the most part for fantasy owners, but he's a guy I like a lot here, and I think as the season goes on, especially second half, those numbers could go up even more. So that's a few centers to buy and trade for here in Week 14 of the fantasy basketball season.